guys, come back with me. I'm Andry Febrian Darisanti and I'm from 4B and my student number is 58. Now I'm going to review a kind, but this is slightly different because I'm going to review 10 articles that I have read. So without any further ado, let's go to start it. Alright guys, before we start, let me introduce to you about what we are going to talk about. So this is two activities that I would represent to you. So the first one is brief explanation. So I will to explanation about the article from each article briefly, and then the last one is connections. So I will tell you about the connection all of the articles. So let's start to the first articles is about communicative language teaching, changing student speaking skill by Juni Bayu Saputra and Wargianto. So the purpose is the author states that the findings of students aim at resolving a speaking problem faced by students at one of Central Lampung's higher schools of teacher training and education (STKIP) are presented in this article. And then the finding is the majority of pupils want to learn how to talk through CLT. They gain self-confidence to communicate their opinions in speaking activity inside the classroom, and most of them were able to overcome their concerns and shyness to speak. The frequency and percentage of students who could talk improved significantly in its cycles. And let's move to the second article is an analysis of English teacher strategies in teaching reading comprehension by Yulia Enggar Wigati Wibowo. So the purpose is the author stated that the goals of this study is to discover the instructor's way for teaching reading comprehension at one of Bengkulu's senior high schools. And then the finding is, according to the findings of the study, the two English teachers utilized 9 different ways to teach the reading comprehension. However, the researchers discovered that the two English teachers employed 3 of the 12 tactics the most. There are question generation strategy, question answering strategy, and encouraging the use of dictionaries. And then let's move to the third article. Is about effect of repetition method on teaching English process in classroom by Gede Nika Wirawan. So the purpose is the author clearly stated that the goal of this research is to get the findings regarding the difference before and after the students to get repetition lessons in the class. So the findings are the author's major findings. There were differences between students who were given a repetition method and students who had not been given a repetition method. And the conclusion is the technique of repetition is effective in improving the students' acceptance of the English language during the process of English teaching in the classroom. So he suggests that a teacher should use this technique to improve a student's language proficiency. And then let's move to the fourth article. Is about lectures method in teaching speaking at the University of Iqra by Saidna Zulfikar bin Tohir and Hanafi. So the purpose is this research aimed to reveal one is what method was applied by lecturers in teaching speaking, and the second is how was the method applied in the classroom, and the last is how was the student perception toward the implementation of the method. And then the findings is the author has found that no research finding on the effectiveness of the use of this method in teaching speaking. It can be assumed that the lack of lectures method will influence the learning outcome. Therefore, based on the result, the researchers found that the most of the method used in teaching speaking were grammar translation method, test-based learning, and lexical approach. And then B, the implementation of teaching speaking method at the university consists of 2 main strategies. There are material presentation in which the lecturers present their materials to the students, and the last is classroom discussion in which the lecturers give the opportunities to support students communication and correct the students pronunciation mistakes. And the last one is C. The students have bad perception toward the implementation of lectures method and learning activities in teaching speaking. And then let's move to the fifth article. Is about the use of song lyrics in teaching listening by Syarifhidayatullah. So the purpose of the research is aimed at investigating the students' response toward the use of song lyrics during the teaching of listening and the challenges faced by teachers and students in using song lyrics in listening class. So the findings in this article is the studies show the use of song lyrics as an effective technique for teaching listening. Significantly, it can be seen that the students enjoy their listening activity. As a result, they responded positively and enthusiastically to the listen and engage easily in the whole learning process. And then let's move to this sixth article. Is about advancing listening comprehension through movies by Jelisaveta Safranja. So the purpose is this study aimed at investigating students' interest into some cultural issues and their reflection on language learning. So the findings is a majority of them enhanced listening skill and responded with favorable attitudes through watching films. They believe that they gained more than vocabulary, understood more foreign culture, and felt relaxed and had fun while learning in class. However, some of them were not sure whether watching film was a waste of time and did not satisfy their needs. Moreover, some students had negative attitudes toward films as well. But most of them appreciated this teaching tool and would like to learn in the next course as well. And then the seventh article is CLL, Community Language Learning Method and Students' Interest Towards Student Speaking Ability by Sugiani Natalia. So the purpose is the author stating a lawyer in abstract that she wants to investigate the student speaking ability, which is being a necessary subject for the learners in their English communication. So the study was purposed at investigating the influence of CLL method and students' interest toward the 11th grade student speaking ability. And in the findings is the author found that CLL method influenced the 11th grade student speaking ability of SMA Negeri 1 Bandang Oku Timur for about several reasons. Then, the students' interest affected that 11th grade student speaking ability of SMA Negeri 1 Bandang Oku Timur. It means the CLL method was influenced by the students' interest, and the author's measuring findings that based on the data analysis, the students' ability in speaking talk using CLL method had a significant increase. So it was indicated that teaching speaking using CLL method gave a significant difference on students' ability in speaking than conventional strategy. So the article is about the effectiveness of grammar translation method in teaching and learning of English language and intermediate by Abdul Barihan and Hafiza Sana Mansur. So the purpose is from this article is to highlight the use of grammar translation method in educational institutes and to know its effectiveness in learning English language. And the last is to analyze the learning concepts by students through GTM. And in the findings is being so the findings is by using this method, English is being successfully taught in past Pakistani institutes. Students are satisfied to be taught through this method of language teaching. Opinions of pupils have been taken through a questionnaire about the different aspects of GTM in their classrooms. Consequently, the researchers came to the point that it is effective and widely used in teaching and learning English as second language. And then students feel easy to understand the concepts. Even they can easily communicate with their teachers and fellows in their first language. And then the ninth article is about the implementation of interactive multimedia learning materials in teaching listening skills by Andry Febrian. So the purpose is to implement and evaluate the interactive multimedia learning materials using Wondershare quiz creator program and audio materials in teaching listening skills to overcome the problem faced by students, particularly the students majoring in English education department in a university. It is necessary to design teaching materials for the subject listening skills, which are equipped with interactive multimedia that can assist students to more easily understand the speech heard. And then the finding is the author's major finding that the study reveals that the teaching listening skills by using interactive multimedia learning material that have been designed and developed with the Wondershare quiz creator program are very effective. The step to develop this material consists of four phases: design, develop, evaluate, proposed by Evers and Baron and 2010. And then let's move to the last article. Is about experiencing EFL teachers' challenge and strategies in teaching speaking for introvert students by Andry Febrian Darisanti. So the purpose in this article is aim to give the description, the experiences of EFL teachers related to the challenges and strategies in teaching learning process in speaking subject for introvert students. And then the finding is the teacher injected some reality into the classroom. The teacher then divided the pupils into groups in terms of the activities in speaking class. Introvert students will feel a lot better if the lecturer encourages more student interaction because they truly need it, and it will be crucial for introvert students to improve their speaking skills. However, their biggest issue in order to promote students in interaction, introvert pupils, on the other hand, prefer more activities over theory in terms of learning. So, this is the last one, is a connection. So the connection about all of article is the first one is English teaching method. So the method which can be applied to students, and then the teacher strategies. That is which is usually related to teaching method, and then the last is the effective of teaching method. That is so this article, a lot of this article discuss about how effective teaching methods are to students. Alright guys, I think that's all for me. I'm sorry if I have many mistakes when I'm conveying this presentation. So the last word, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and bye bye.